Hi, everybody. My name is Zach, and this is Layer Quick Bytes, where in 10 minutes or less, I'll show you live all the amazing things you can build with Layer. So today, we're going to focus on room data sheets and how we can do them 10 times faster. So let's dive in. I'm going to start with this example project that I pulled together. And we're looking at a Layer dashboard here for this project. I can view my model. Since I'm looking at my rooms, I can quickly ghost or hide everything that is not a room. And we can quickly search or filter these as well. So if I look for instructional rooms, you can see it'll filter down my model. And as I click on these items, it'll open up that item's details. So here we can see the actual room, any parameter data, etc. So what we want to do today is show you how you can build room data sheets that are directly connected to this model. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch and build out a workflow that connects to our model. We're going to start by importing a spreadsheet of my actual rooms. So I just have a spreadsheet that has columns that represent the data that I'm grabbing in my room data sheets. So in order to import this into Layer, we make it really easy. We just attach a Excel file, and after the file processes, it will pull in all of the sheets for that particular Excel file. There you go. You can see I have a sheet called Room Data Sheets. And as I continue now, I can actually map all of these properties in the spreadsheet to layer fields. So we can create new layer fields, or we can map to existing ones as well. In this case, I'm just going to make sure that all these are the appropriate fields, and it looks like they are. Yep. So we're going to hit continue, and I'm going to import these elements. So once this is imported, it's going to create a category for me with all of these fields, specifically for my my room data sheets themselves. So once this is finished, here we go. I'm going to go and look at my room data sheets category, and you can see these are the data sheets that are now brought in to my project. I'm going to open up one of these, like this classroom, and you can see that what it did is it created properties to show the data from my spreadsheet in this specific room data sheet, including finishes, notes, etc. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to add a couple new fields to attach some additional information to each data sheet. So in this case, I'm going to come right here. I'm going to create a new field. And we're going to choose from our list of field types the file field. So this is, I'm going to call like my inspiration photo for each of these rooms. So I'm going to choose a gallery view, and we're going to add that field. And now for every room data sheet, I can now attach a photo. I think I have one here for classroom. And we can do that for each room data sheet. So moving on to the next one, I'll click here and attach one for the computer lab. And we'll move on to the conference room and attach one for the conference room. All right. So now that we have those photos attached, you can see them coming in here. Now that we have those photos attached to the room data sheets, let's actually connect each one of these data sheets to our actual model. So I'm going to create another new field that is going to look at my model and start to pull in quantities of these particular rooms. So in this case, I'm going to create we're going to call this related rooms. We're going to look at and basically define a matching criteria to match the data sheet to the category. So in this case, I'm going to choose my room name, and we're going to match this to my parameter room name. So in this case, I'm actually going to change this to room type. There we go. And then the field that I'm going to look up is just the name of the room. So we'll create that field. And now you can see that my conference room data sheet is attached to these 4 rooms. But we can do more with those rooms as well. So I'm going to duplicate this field. And what we're going to do is quickly pull in the area total area from all these rooms. So instead of looking up the name of the room, I'm going to look up the actual area parameter. And we'll save that field. And now you can see that basically I see a list of the square meters for each of these rooms. And I should rename this as well. Total area. And now you can see we have a list of all those areas. I'm going to click here, though, because I can take this and instead of just listing out these areas, I can actually sum them all up. And you can see now I have an automatic area being calculated for all of the rooms related to this room data sheet. So let's go over to like my classroom room data sheet, for example. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, you can see that it's showing me the list of rooms that are attached to it. And I can see the total area for all those. So I didn't have to manually match those up. It was automatic. So when I click on one of these rooms, you can see it takes me to that actual Revit room. It shows me where that room is at and all the parameter details as well. But if I scroll down, you can see it also is pulling in data from the room data sheet attached to this specific room in my model. So let's show how we can actually get some of this room data sheet information into our model. So I'm gonna quickly create a we're gonna create a parameter syncing rule that basically pulls in these materials into my model. And I can do this by going into my room category. And we're going to choose the flooring material, and we'll map that to my floor finish. We'll create another one that's going to map the base material to my base finish. And we'll create another one where the wall material is going to map to the wall finish. And we'll do ceiling as well. Ceiling finish. There we go. So now that these rules are created, anytime these values change in my room data sheet, it's going to update it in my project. So if I click on it and it takes me to the room data sheet, I can quickly update these values. So let's say my floor finish is CPT2, my base finish is RB3, my wall finish is PT2, and my ceiling finish is ACT1. So I edited all these values. And now what happens is if I come over to my Revit model here, you can see that I have a model set up. I have the layer add-in set up. And all I have to do to bring this data in is actually sync parameters. And you can see that basically what it's going to do is it's going to bring in all of these changes to my project, and I can accept all those changes coming in. So once I do that, it's going to bring all those parameter details in. You can see that in my schedule, it's going to show up. The new materials are going to show up right here. But it also brought in my status from the room data sheets. And you can see that I can actually use color plans to view that status as well. So there's a lot of power between the connection in layer and the connection in Revit. So what I haven't talked quite about yet is also when you click on individual rooms in layer, you can actually live link your view so that when you click on items in your model, it'll open up that item in your layer dashboard over here. All right, let's talk about this, the last piece of this, which is actually creating reports from this information. So for room data sheets, I can actually create reports by creating a new view. And we're going to create a document view that is called data sheet report. And I'll set my default style for that document and we'll create it. So now what this is going to do is it's going to create a new document view, and I can start one from scratch or I can pull in a template that I have. I think I have one created for this Quick Bytes episode. Here we go. And so what I'm going to do is we can pull in and map all of these details. I'm not going to include this block. And then we can create that document. And what that's going to do is create an actual page layout that is inserting the data sheets information into this page. So once the document creates, I'll be able to show you what that looks like. There we go. So you can see that basically it creates a page of information that has the details from each one of my room data sheets shown here. The best part about this, though, is this is all editable. So I can click here to edit this layout, and we can start to drag and drop information on top of this. So like, for example, let's drag those related rooms onto my canvas here. And you can see that I can then go in and format specifically what this should look like. Maybe we want to show it in a table. Maybe we don't want to show the labels. We can edit the fonts and the other values specifically related to that item. And once we publish this, basically this is the way it's going to preview all of the data, all of the room data sheets themselves. We can then export that to a PDF report, and we have a full set of room data sheets that are connected and driven by quantities coming from my model. All right. So with that, that wraps up how we can do room data sheets 10 times faster connected to our model. Join us next week for our next Quick Bytes. Thank you.